It's Week 11 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Seahawks and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Now the 49ers get ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his 3rd NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And the great story of Brock Purdy continues. Had he been drafted in the 1st round, I think people would be singing his praises to the skies, but for whatever reason, people can't let go of the fact he's Mr. Irrelevant, and they don't give him the credit he deserves. He is not just a system quarterback. He's a guy who enhances his team. Not just along for the ride, he's the one steering the ship. And without him, their ceiling significantly drops.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Play action. It's Smith going deep for Diggs. Touchdown, Seahawks. Stephon Diggs. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Powering his way forward. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Down the right sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. Now Purdy. Being chased out left. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 2nd and 12. Purdy looking to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wisnowski to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And out now come the Seahawks. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Geno. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. And with the yards gained on that last catch, this will officially be a 1,000-yard season for him as he's able to cross over that threshold here. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Throwing here, Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seahawks offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First down, Seahawks.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Smith now to throw. Flush to his right. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot here before break. Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Stephon Diggs. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Myers connects on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where you see the final score there. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we stay in the AFC East as we head to Buffalo to see what's happening with the Bills. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Michael Penix with a touchdown pass. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And running with power here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely...
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 70 yards. And the 49ers get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in run. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. Fights through him. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Purdy sets up to throw again. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Purdy from the gun. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing? Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard.
Back to throw. Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Shotgun now with Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Patterson's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Throwing now is Geno. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give for Walker running right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We'll get that to Charbonnet. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Here's Smith. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could... Feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
They snap it to Smith, eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Niners on 3rd down. Just one conversion and 8. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. From the 35, here's 2nd down at 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Purdy will look to throw again here. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Purdy. connects with Kittle underneath. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Purdy looking to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Juwan Jennings with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. To the right side, this is Walker. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking end zone for Jones. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Julio Jones. 45 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Looking to throw. Purdy. And he will find his man, Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. 2nd down and a yard. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And this is caught, Jennings. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juwan Jennings. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Flushed out right. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is.